Okay, so I've worked around past my my cable panel, and I'm working Roman rib to end, which on this row is just purl. Now you may want to actually count your stitches. The end might not be obvious. There is a little gap where we turned and worked in the other direction last time. Or maybe I should have had you put a locking marker there, but you'll get to the little gap where we ended the rib last row. And this is where we're going to pick up and knit the 9 stitches. I think you've been fine to this point. It was here that presented the problem, and frankly I can see why. How I worked this out was to actually, I found it easier to use a crochet hook to pick up the stitches, and I inserted the hook through the purl bump, and the first one is tight because it's wrapped. Now actually too, this is all going to be hidden, so it doesn't have to be, you know, perfect and precise, but I inserted the hook and just drew it through and put it on the stitch. That's one. Now there's no purl bump in the second stitch because it's a knit stitch, so I just inserted the crochet hook through the right leg of the stitch below the one on the needle. Yeah, I got too much there. Again, and just draw the yarn through and put it on the right needle. So these stitches are still on the needle. You're crisscrossing, and it's kind of awkward. The next one is a purl.
I'm going into a cave.
Well, now you're on the video, honey. Draw it through. That's 3. Go through the right leg of the next one. 4. Whoops. Purl bump. Draw it through. Put it on. That was 5, I think, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, this will all be hidden, but I did a trial run of this, and it turned out okay. That was 6, 7, put it on there. 8, and one more through a purl bump. 9. Okay, so we've picked up our 9 stitches, and we're going to have, so one button band will be, the front button band will be worked that way, and the end of the row will be worked this way. They'll be overlapped. So now we want to turn. You can check to make sure you have the 123 stitches. Now we're going to turn to the right side. Now this presents another problem because these are overlapped. So what I actually did to start working the right side row was pull my needle through and pull out a little cord to give me a little room to work these stitches. It's a little fidgety for the first row or two. So we're going to do the 8 stitches of ribbed for the button band. Knit 1. A little awkward, but yeah, stick with it and it'll turn out. Purl 1, knit 1, 1, knit one. If you want, you can do these through the back leg, because when I pick them up, they're actually oriented incorrectly on the needle. But again, it's going to be hidden, so it doesn't really matter too much. Knit one, purl one. Was that the 8, 2, 4, 6, 8? And then you work your next row of Roman rib, next row of the cable, and the next row of the Roman rib till you get to the end. So I'll pick up there again in a minute.